Before we start the video, please don't forget to subscribe and turn on the notification bell for more company documentary videos. Please support the channel by subscribing, liking, commenting, and sharing the video. We're working aggressively to grow the channel, and we need your help by subscribing. Your support means so much and is so appreciated. Thanks again. Okay, I'm going to be fully transparent and tell you guys from the jump. I absolutely love Texas Roadhouse. In terms of chain restaurants, this is by far my favorite. I love them because their food's reasonably priced and they've got the best drinks. However, for me, what puts them over the top is their bread and cinnamon butter. I can literally eat a whole dozen of their rolls by myself. Now I'll be thinking about their bread this entire video. When I'm done with this video, I'm definitely going to order some Texas Roadhouse. Okay, that's enough of me being a crazy fan for them. I know this isn't the reason you're here. Anyways, let's discuss Texas Roadhouse. Here we go. Texas Roadhouse is an American steakhouse chain that specializes in steaks in the Texan and Southwestern cuisine style. It's a subsidiary of Texas Roadhouse Inc, which has two other concept restaurant chains called Bubba's 33 and Jaggers. The corporation is headquartered in Louisville, Kentucky. As of August 2021, the chain operates about 627 locations in 49 U.S. states and 29 international locations in 10 countries. This is the amazing success story of Texas Roadhouse. Texas Roadhouse was founded on February 17, 1993 at the Green Tree Mall in Clarksville, Indiana, across the Ohio River from Louisville, Kentucky. Founder W. Kent Taylor, a Louisville native, lived in Colorado and worked at nightclubs and restaurants there. In 1990, Taylor returned to his hometown of Louisville, Kentucky. He began work as a Kentucky Fried Chicken manager and had dreams to open a Colorado-themed restaurant. Former Kentucky Governor John Y. Brown Jr. helped Taylor fulfill his dream by backing him with $80,000. In 1991, Taylor opened Buckhead Mountain Grill. Taylor was his own executive chef. Brown invested more money and wanted to open a second store in Clarksville, but complications in the partnership caused it to fall apart. Brown had elected to pursue another steak concept without Taylor, leaving Taylor with the decision to either stay committed to Buckhead or attempt to start a new business. He decided to go with the latter. However, he had trouble finding investors to help him launch the new concept. Taylor was turned down by many potential investors. Finally, Taylor met a potential investor while he was managing at Buckhead. Dr. John Rhodes became interested in Taylor's proposition to the new steak restaurant concept that Taylor showed him through drawings on loose papers and cocktail napkins. Taylor was able to convince Dr. Rhodes and two of his colleagues to invest $100,000 each in 1992. A year later, in 1993, the first Texas Roadhouse in Clarksville, Indiana opened its doors. In 1994, Taylor sold his shares in Buckhead Mountain Grill to focus solely on Texas Roadhouse. In 1993, the second Texas Roadhouse opened in Gainesville, Florida. In 1994, three additional restaurants opened in Cincinnati, Ohio, Clearwater, Florida, and Sarasota, Florida. These three locations would all close because of poor building locations. Kent Taylor was forced to decide how to continue the success of his first two restaurants in Clarksville and Gainesville while dealing with the failures of three new stores. Taylor decided that better in-store training, building designs, and restaurant decor would help improve Roadhouse's growth. Taylor hired a promising chef who worked in Louisville, Kentucky, Jim Broyles. Broyles was hired as the director of food and beverages and transformed the way Roadhouse prepared and served food. The chain expanded rapidly in the late 1990s, and by the end of 1999, 67 restaurants had been opened. In 2004, Roadhouse became a public company. In September 2011, Texas Roadhouse started their international expansion with the first international location in Dubai in the United Arab Emirates. During the COVID-19 pandemic in 2020, Taylor donated his entire salary and bonus, totaling over $800,000 to employees during the pandemic. After struggling with unbearable tinnitus, Taylor died by taking his own life on March 18, 2021, at the age of 65. It was announced that Jerry Morgan would take over the role of president and CEO. Per a company succession plan crafted before Taylor's death, the board of directors appointed Morgan as CEO immediately after learning Taylor had died, according to NRN. At the time of his appointment, Morgan had been with Texas Roadhouse for 23 years, and was already serving as president of the company at the time. While you never expect the loss of such a visionary as Kent, our succession plan, which Kent led, gives us great confidence. Jerry's operational background and 20-plus years of Texas Roadhouse experience will be key in helping the company and roadies move forward after such a tragic loss, Chairman of the TR Board of Directors, Greg Moore, said in a statement. Although Texas Roadhouse has experienced a lot of success, they've also had some challenges that have resulted in multiple lawsuits. In September 2011, the U.S. Equal Employment Opportunity Commission brought a class action lawsuit against Texas Roadhouse. The suit alleged that between 2007 and 2014, the restaurant chain engaged in a pattern of refusing to hire otherwise qualified people for front-of-the-house positions, e.g. server, host, bartender, strictly on the basis of age, according to a March 31, 2017 press release from the EEOC. The Age Discrimination in Employment Act, ADEA of 1967, is meant to protect workers ages 40 and older from workplace discrimination based on age, according to Society for Human Resource Management, SHRM. The case was brought by the EEOC on behalf of the plaintiff class in a Massachusetts federal court. The trial ended in a hung jury, and a new trial was scheduled for May 2017. However, Texas Roadhouse preempted the process by settling out of court in April 2017, per the EEOC. Among other things, Texas Roadhouse agreed to pay a total of $12 million, divided amongst all the injured plaintiffs, and to furnish other relief that appears to have included a redrafting of the chain's hiring policies, the hiring of a diversity director, and contracting with a third party who will monitor the chain's compliance with the settlement terms. One thing the steakhouse did not do, however, was admit to any wrongdoing. Then in November 2018, Sadie Durbin was confronted by a Texas Roadhouse manager for attempting to breastfeed her baby at a Louisville restaurant location. Knowing that she was well within her rights to nurse in public in Kentucky, Durbin sued Texas Roadhouse for the tort of emotional distress per Today. Texas Roadhouse's response was to side with Durbin, who felt it was too little too late. Durbin's lawsuit alleges that Texas Roadhouse failed to properly train its employees in this regard. Texas Roadhouse settled this lawsuit for an undisclosed amount. After the breastfeeding lawsuit on July 29, 2021, Texas Roadhouse was hit with another employment discrimination lawsuit. This one was brought by an individual claiming Texas Roadhouse engaged in various acts of illegal discrimination on the basis of his race, according to the Toledo Blade. Juan Torres, a then 34-year-old man identifying as Hispanic, had been employed by Texas Roadhouse from December 2009 until October 2020, at which time his employment was terminated, allegedly upon asking for time off to deal with a family emergency. Torres claims that the company treated of him differently compared to similarly situated white employees. On this occasion and on various others throughout his 11 years of employment. Among other things, Torres claims he was prevented from moving from a kitchen staff position to a front-of-the-house position on the basis of his race. According to Unicourt, the case is still pending, and Blade is seeking compensatory and punitive damages in excess of $25,000. Torres was hired initially as a prep cook and was later promoted to key hourly manager, but he maintains that Texas Roadhouse refused to staff Hispanic employees outside the kitchen. As a consequence, Torres and other identifying as Hispanics are being denied the ability to collect tips, according to Torres' claim. We'll see how this lawsuit turns out. After all this lawsuit drama, Texas Roadhouse announced plans to head out on the road in a major way with an ambitious goal of growing to 900 U.S. locations. The steakhouse chain already boasts 627 restaurants and has been following a trajectory to 700 or 800 stores, but blossoming sales have led to a more ambitious growth projection. The company had a fantastic 2022, bringing in over $3.7 billion in revenue, which makes it the fourth largest casual dining chain in the country, behind Olive Garden, who made $4.2 billion, Applebee's, who made $4.2 billion, and Buffalo Wild Wings, who made a little over $3.7 billion. In fact, the chicken wing chain just barely beat out the steakhouse for the third spot, even though it boasts more than double the footprint at 1,212 locations. Texas Roadhouse was able to generate average unit volumes of over $6 million, which are the highest in the casual dining segment, according to Restaurant Business. At 900 locations, the chain could potentially generate $5.4 billion annually and take the top spot of casual dining. Overall, I think Texas Roadhouse has built a loyal customer base. Their good food, reasonable prices, and customer service has carved out a comfortable space for them in the industry. I believe the company has a long future in front of it. They've done everything necessary to create a solid foundation for themselves to be a lasting company. If Texas Roadhouse continues to innovate, seize on every opportunity, and stop attracting unnecessary lawsuits, they'll have a bright future and possibly be the #1 chain restaurant in America. So what do you guys think? Do you like Texas Roadhouse? Are you a Texas Roadhouse customer? Do you like their food? Have any of you worked for them? If yes, how is your experience working for them or eating there? Please let us know in the comments below. I would love to hear what you have to say. Thanks for watching. Please don't forget to subscribe to the channel for more company documentary videos. And be sure to like and share the video as well.